Good evening.
Good evening.
From our first reading, we are reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah, the book that contains God's promise that He will send us the Messiah. This promise was given to a people who were held captive, people who were struggling. This is a message of hope to these people. A promise is always good, isn't it? When you make a promise, you want to assure a person of something good. Like you promise to keep your word because what you have told your friend or someone you know, that word you will keep because you are a man of integrity. And you give a promise that will surely benefit the person you have given that promise to. God made this promise, and God, He is not only full of integrity, but He is integrity personified. He will be true to His words, come what may. And we hear this beautiful promise of God that uneven paths He will make level and smooth. The valleys and the hills that are usually high, they are like our problems in life. They are our challenges. They will be made low because the Lord will be here to help us. And in the end, the Lord will be like a good shepherd to us who will gather the lambs, the sheep, the ewes. In our gospel, we heard Jesus saying, if one sheep is lost, would not the shepherd leave the 99 and go search for that one sheep that was lost? Our world today is so greedy. It doesn't enjoy much on small things. It only enjoys in things in abundance. So when we look at our world today will be very much interested with the 99. And that one that was lost, the world will never care for that one. Or else, if you put so much concern to that one that was lost, you might also lose the other 99. They all might go astray as well. And the world does not want that. The world favors the plenty, the abundant. But this parable of Jesus is something that is very unusual. I know of some people with OCD, an obsessive-compulsive disorder. And for these people, they put so much attention, so much passion on particular things. Like a person with OCD wanted everything arranged properly. And when one thing is not in its proper place, that will ruin that person's day. Like building a Lego. All parts should be there and we should make the complete image. And when there's one missing, that will ruin the day of the person with OCD. Everything must be complete. But OCD is a mental disorder. It is not for what we call normal people. For normal people, most think this way. Don't worry about that little thing. Anyway, you have this much to celebrate. Don't worry about that little thing that you miss. You still have these many other parts that you can enjoy. That is what a normal person would think. We say that's positive thinking. Negative thinking, you focus so much on small details. I would like to think that God is like a person with OCD. He doesn't think normally. He goes beyond. And God wants everything complete and perfect. And that is the reason why God will be so concerned with one sheep who got lost. Some people came to me and they told me, "Father, I have so many problems, but I don't think God would listen to me because He has to attend to so many other problems. He probably would not have time for me. No more time for me." But maybe that's coming from the heart, trying to guilt trip God. But for some people, they really think that way, that God would not have time for them. The parable of the lost sheep, the number 99 is not actually 99. The 99 there would mean there are so many. But in spite of the fact that there were so many, God still recognized the one that was lost. So don't ever think that God will ever forget you or God will ever not listen to you. For He would know the one who gets lost. He would know the smallest of details, and He would listen to us individually all the time. "99, how come that it is that one that gave more joy to the shepherd? Father, do I have to be bad so that God would be happier?" Because according to the gospel today, God will be happier when the lost sheep returns than the 99 that did not go astray. I remembered one mother, she told me, "Father, I've got lung cancer, 4th stage, and I'd go anytime soon. My only regret is that my daughter won't talk to me. It's been more than 30 years now. I divorced my husband because he became very abusive. And so I left him and my children. My other children, they get in touch with me. They visit me. But my only daughter, she won't talk to me. She already knew that I've got this cancer and I don't have much time to live. But she still won't talk to me." And I could see how his face dropped And because of that cancer, he could not even speak properly. He was always gasping for breath. A week later, I went and visited her again. I was so surprised that she looked like she was so energized. Her face was so bright. To be honest, I was feeling a bit sad for her. Because sometimes when people suddenly get better, that means like the lull of the storm. Then after that, you know what will happen next. But she told me, Father, my daughter suddenly rang me. And that day she said, Mom, I'll come and stay with you for one night. And that made her so happy. So happy that she looked like she doesn't have that cancer. No one knows how much longer does she have. But the joy that was brought to her by her daughter. That is the joy that God feels every one a lost sheep comes back. It's not that He despised those who do not go astray. It's not that He loves more the one who got lost. But I believe it just made that mother feel complete, that she became that happy. And I believe God too, who treated us all as His only family, His one family, that every time a lost sheep comes back, God will feel more and more complete. Yes, He's already complete and perfect and does not need us. But God, because of His so much love for us, He wants us all to be always close to Him. He always wanted to wrap His arms around us. He always wanted to show to us how much He loves us. As we continue our celebration today, as we prepare for the feast of the Immaculate Conception, let us raise to God all our prayers, knowing that there is a Mother interceding for us. As much as God would want us to be always in His arms, to wrap His arms around us, we can be sure that our Blessed Mother would be thinking of the same. And whatever it is that is in our hearts, we ask the Blessed Mother to bring them to Jesus. And we know that God always listens and always answers our prayers.